And we are live. Hey, Gwen, nice to see you here. Let's just move those a little out of the way. Alrighty, let's see, where were we? This is where we finished up. Okay, good. This is where we're supposed to start. That's the one we just did. All right, and that one's there. Okay, good. All right, we're starting with move 11. Let's go ahead. This is where you folks can see what I'm doing too. So the good news is that I seem to be picking up strength fairly quickly, much faster than I was expecting. All right. So we need 3 2x4s. There we go. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 2 2x3s. 1, 2, 2, or 3 T's. 1, 2, and 3. And 2x2s. Let's see, these. We need 4 of those. So I have reached the point where I have enough time pressure that I'm actually able to. Oops. Yeah, I'll pick that one up later. I got plenty for tonight. 2, 3, and 4. And 4 L's. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 1x2s. 1, 2, and 3. So anyway, I've got enough time pressure that I'm able to force myself to do stuff that I usually have issues with. So I am going to be gearing up to make some Takadais. So I'll probably be doing more shop streams as time goes on. All right, dark green. We're doing 4 2x3s and 1 T. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 1 L. All right. Sand colored or gold colored. I'm doing 1 black top roundy and 3 regulars. One. So anyway, I didn't go to work yesterday because I was still fairly weak from the rebound of getting off prednisone. As a result, my grip strength yesterday morning was about 19 pounds. I need to be about 25 pounds to be able to work safely. I got to that about like 9:30 in the morning, but my work wanted me to wait until today to go in. Today I've been testing, and a couple of times I've hit 32 pounds, so I'm definitely improving. Mrs. Torin can do like about 68 pounds, so that should give you an idea of I should be above that before I'm back to normal. All right, 1 gray 1x2 and 2 transparent square red. And thank you for sharing that link. If anybody else wants to build this or build along with it. Megan's braid got delivered on Saturday, but she's out of town. I believe she went to Reality Steve's birthday party in Vegas. So I think she said she'd be back by Wednesday. So hopefully tomorrow people will be able to see her open it up and enjoy the braid. And I think I figured out how I can do a design for Tug. He's one of the people I'd like to do a braid for. I'll have to come up with the design, see how the design looks, and show it to him. And if he likes it, I'll put him in rotation after Megan's next braid. All right, this one I think I'm going to have to pour out. Okay. That's a round one. That's a square one. And that's another square one. There we go. So anyway, looks like we had 1,605 subs before I started the stream today. And one of the things I'm going to be doing is I've got a new wood finish that I'm going to be trying out called Wood Armor. Or not Wood Armor, Clean Armor. It's a UV curing wood finish. You get like 3 times as much coverage because there's no solvents, no volatile organic compounds, nothing that can make you sick. And I figure with my health situations, avoiding anything that might cause problems is probably a really good idea for me. So I figured that's what I should do for finishes. And the really nice thing is once you put it on, it cures in like 2 minutes under UV light. So, all right, that's there. Top goes next to it. I just realized something. This flat top is not on the way it's supposed to be. It's off to the side a little bit. There we go. And this one is over here. So I'm going to try and do like some shop streams with doing the finishing on that. Figure that might be interesting for people. All right, and these flat tops. Make sure which side is the actual bottom. Okay, they go in here. And I figured out, well, not so much figured out, but I've kind of got an idea of the fixtures I need to make for the Takadais. So for the end of the bars, for the ones that are, I don't want to like accidentally free rotate. So I can't just like put a screw in on each end in the center. So one end I have a screw in the center. The other end, what I've been doing is I've been doing 2 screws, but I was using helicoil inserts, which are very thin inserts. They're not that great in wood because they can rip out easily if the wood gets damaged. So there's another style of insert I've been using, but it's hard to get them in. So I was thinking instead of doing 2 inserts side by side to like lock in it so it won't spin, I'll do 1 insert and I'll do like a steel dowel pin in the other side. So that way you always have it the exact same way. You don't have like maybe flipping at 180 degrees. So, all right, let's see. Gwen says, that's cool. She'll have something else to look for when she gets home, you know, besides getting home. Yeah. And Gwen says, please like, double check your subscriptions and ring that bell for all notifications. Thank you very much for that reminder. All right. So, all right. So we've got our T's here. And 1, 2, 3, and 1. So that means that goes there. Then we have a 2x4 and a 1x2. And I believe that's it for this center peak, mountain, hill, underwater rise, whatever you want to call it. All right, and another 2x4, which is there. Then 2x2 there. 2x3 there. 1x2 there. Green tea. So anyway, for the next 6 weeks, it's probably going to be significantly less braiding and a lot more shop stuff, woodworking and the like. All right. I did wind up missing day of work yesterday, but if I only miss one day out of a 2-week block, I should be good. And then after that, I'll be back to normal, which will make me feel a lot better. And if I'm actually like, healthy and moving around again, I'll be a lot happier. All right, there, and 2x2 there. Whoops. Where'd that one fall off of? For some reason my eyes are burning again, which is really annoying. Makes it very hard to see. All right. Let's check the previous one. Yep. All right. So nope, that's already there. And yeah. Oh, I don't know where it came from. So I'm missing one on the underside there. Now that makes more sense. And L goes there. And 2x3 there. 2x2 there. And there. 2x4 there. 2x2. 2x3. 1x2. L there. L there. 2x3 there. I'm also almost all the way done listening to Saga the Forgotten Warrior, book 5, which is Graveyard of Demons. The final one is called Heart of the Mountain. All right, that goes there. All right, we're ready for the next move. Let's see how many people got watching on Rumble. We have one other person. Okay. So it's a lightly attended stream today. No worries on that. I do have a short to upload. I just haven't gotten to it yet. All right. So we'll start with the brown. We need two 2x6s. One. Now that my hands are a lot stronger, this is much easier to open this up. Two 2x4s. So anyway, the after I'm done with stream tonight, I'm gonna start working on programming for fixtures. Two 2x3s to make takoids. Two 2x2s. One. And at least also, if this works out and I get back up to normal strength, I'll at least have got a protocol if I need to recover from getting weak again. Still don't know why it's happening, but having an effective treatment is definitely a step up and gives them more ideas on what might be causing it. 4 1x2s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, that's all of the brown. And move on to dark green. 2 2x3s, 2 T's. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And 2 90s, or L's. 1 and 2. All right. 2 sandy flat tops and a sandy 1x4. And 2 round sandy flat tops. And there's 1. And 2. And 1x4. There we go. And the light green, 2 spiky bits, and 2 1x1s. Dropped one on the floor. Definitely have to clean up the floor with all the drop stuff fairly soon. I might start running out of the ones I need. All right. Nope. There we go. Okay. All right, so this goes on top of this one. And this goes on top of there. And this goes on top of here. All right, and so this goes kitty corner here. And 1 by 2 there. And 2 by 4. Oops. Go in the pocket. There we go. That goes there. 2 by 6 goes there. Green tea. Goes here. I was also just a little bit late because I was watching a video of a nuclear scientist / engineer, whatever, watching a video of somebody who built a 250 watt blue laser and all the stuff they were trying to do with it and the fun they were having with it. Oops. That 2 by 3 was supposed to be brown, not green. And 1 by 2 is there. And L goes here. And 2 by 2 goes there. 2 by 3 goes here. And brown L goes there. All right, and 2 by 3 here goes there. 2 by 2 goes there. And L goes there. 2 by 3 there. Sorry, hand cramp. 1 by 2. Sorry, I gotta stretch here. And thank you for the reminder, Gwen, for the Rumble link. And again, a reminder from Gwen, please high five the like button, folks. Thank you very much. You can hit it as often as you want, as long as it's an odd number. All right, and green L. Let's try that one again. There we go. And 2 by 6. Green tea. There. 2 by 4 there. 1 by 2 there. There we go. And L goes here. This 1 by 1 goes next to that 1 by 2. And these. All right, so over 2 and up 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that goes there. And this one goes there. Okay. Let's see. We're going to add about 25 minutes. We're going to be able to get at least another layer done, maybe 2. All right. Let me just go ahead and pull all I need for both of these. All right, so I need two 1x6s. So 1 and 2 and 8 2x4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hand cramp, 7 and 8. And hey, BS Simon, Lego. All right. And 2 2x3s. 2 and 2 2x2s. 8 L's and 2 T's. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, which ones are the T's? Two of these, 1 and 2. Okay, that's all the brown. Dark green, we got 6 2x3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 T's. 1 and 2. Another one I'll get later. And 2 1x2s. 1 and 2. All right, light green. We have 6 1x2s and 4 1x1s. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I picked up a new game called Worshippers of Cthulhu. I'm going to probably do a gaming stream of that sometime this week. And 1, 2. Three and 4. There we go. And golden, regular 1x1, and a 1x2 with a single peg top. And there's a 1x1. And one with the single peg top. All right. And then 2 3 leafy yellows and 1 Three Leafy Pink out of the multicolor pack. Oops. Back in there. Three Leafy Yellow. Three Leafy Yellow. And Three Leafy, that's the dark pink. There's a lighter pink in there as well. And Gwen says hello to BS Simon. And Gwen says Torrens Gaming Channel link. Thank you very much for that, Gwen. And BS Simon says 2x2 Hands of Blue. I recognize that from I know what it is. I'm blanking on the name. It's not Serenity. It's because Serenity is the movie Firefly. And yes, Simon says, hey, Gwen. All right. So we will start off with the yellow one here. And over 2, down 1. And that goes there. And 1x2 light green goes there. 1x2 light green goes there. 2x4 brown goes there. 2x3 there. L. Green tea. Brown tea. And 2x4 brown. 2x4 brown. 2x3 green. And 1x2 light green is, I believe that one goes right there. Nope. One too far over. There we go. Nope. One more over than that. So that goes there. And it goes there. 2x4 brown goes there. 2x3 green. L goes there. T goes there. Another T goes in the pocket. And 2x4 brown. 2x4 brown there. 2x3 green there. And our 1x2 golden one goes there. And I believe that's it for that. Alrighty, and another 1x2 light green goes on top of that one, and 2x2 brown there. By one light green there, and there. 2x4 brown there. Yellow leafy goes right there. 1x2 dark green goes there. 1x6 brown goes there. 2x3 green and brown L goes there. 2x3 there. And L on the corner. And another L on the corner. All right, that's it for that one. Single gold one goes there. Oops, this one might need to be a super glued one because that's kind of loose there. All right. So another dark pink one goes there. And one by light green goes there. And 2x2 there. And 1x2 light green there. That one is also a little off. I might wind up gluing that one. Or a little not snug is more appropriate. All right. 2x4 there. 1 by light green there. Okay. Looks like I got an extra one out. All right, so dark green, 1x2 here. And 1x6 there. 2x3 there. L there. 2x3 brown there. And 90 there, or L there, and L there. All right. Been at 40 minutes. We got time for some more. All right. So we'll start with dark brown. 2 1x4s, 5 2x3s. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yes, Simon says correct as far as my saying firefly. All right. And 3 2x2s. Had a weird experience yesterday. Pretty sure it's migraine related. I wasn't really having a headache, but my thought processes were just not working out very well. I wasn't really making much progress on stuff that I needed to, but I could at least clean. So I got my desk mostly cleaned off, which is something I should do a lot more regularly than I do. All right, so we need 5 of the L's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 1x2s. One, 2, 3, and 4. All right, that's all of the brown here. And the dark green, I need 2 1x3s and 4 1x2s. One, 2, 3, and 4. And 1x3s. 1 and 2. And I'll move on to light green. We need 2 2x4s. 1, 2, and 6 2x2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we need 6 L's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 L's. And 2 T's. 1 and 2. And 2 1x's. I already got 1 left out from the last time. And 2. All right. And I need 1 1x2 sandy and 1 1x regular. 1x2 sandy flat top, which is that there. And 1x regular. Oops, looks like I missed the 3 brown 1x's. Oops, that's a side-mounted one. 2, no, that's also a side-mounted. 2. Yet another side-mounted one in there as well. And 3. All right, that's a regular one. All right, and I need 3 light pink 3 leafies, 1 yellow, and 1 dark pink. Hey, we got a bunch of new people in. Philip Martin says, hello all. Hey, Philip, nice to see you on. Gwen saying hello to Philip Martin. And Gwen saying Torin3's Twitter link. Thank you very much for that, Gwen. And BS Simon says, brain not working. There be days like that. The scariest migraine experience I've had was when I couldn't talk with the migraine. I mean, I could think of the words I wanted, I just physically could not say them. That was really scary. All right. One light pink. Two light pink. One dark pink. And one more light pink. There we go. Gwen says, I've had a lot of in the past 3 years. Equality's on. Hey, Equality. Hello, hello. And Gwen says, hello, Equality. And B.S. Simon says, I want to build the Great Wave block kit. It would go well with my small collection of century-old Japanese lithographs. That sounds like that'll be really neat. Okay. More muscle cramps. They are really annoying. All right, so light green L goes around that one. Then we have a light pink. No, 1x2 brown goes here. Light pink goes there. And light green L goes there. 2x2 brown goes there. Brown L goes there. And the 1x light green goes there. And 2x4 light green there. 1x3 dark green there. And 2x3 brown there. 1x brown. Little pocket here. Oh, got a side mounted one. Have to exchange that. That is a regular 1x, so that one can go on down. All right. And another light pink one. I'll do a quick 1x2 here. And 2x2 light green goes there. And light pink one goes there. All right, and 2x3 brown goes there. Yep. 1x2 brown goes there. 2x2 light green in pocket. I have the super glue downstairs. I glue this already. I'll have to do that before the next stream. All right. Light green L goes there. 1x2 brown goes there. L light green goes there. 2x3 brown there. 1x light green drop it on the seafloor, then put it in its proper spot. 1 by brown. There we go. And 2 by 4 light green. There. 1 by 3 dark green. There. Last 1 by brown goes in that pocket there. And that goes on that one. And 1 by 2 flat top goes there. Seems rather weird. That one's probably also going to require some gluing, so at least it doesn't like get knocked off easily. All right, so that's it for this one. And L brown goes there. 1 by 2 goes there. Light green tea there. 1 by 4 there. 1 by 2 dark green there. 2 by 3 there. 1 by 2 dark green there. 2 by 2 light green there. L brown there. 2 by 2 light green there. Yellow. Just fill in there. All right, there we go for that. And light green L goes there. Right, that's it for that. And light green L goes there. Brown L matches it here. 2 by 2 in the pocket. Green, light green tea on the other corner. 1 by 4. 1 by 2. And 2 by 3 there. That goes there. Some dark pink goes there. And brown L goes here. 2 by 2 light green goes there. And light pink 3 leafy goes there. All right. So we have finished up 16. So next we start going to these angled views here. So we've got 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And then we start doing some of these weird plant ones here in the chest that we're going to put the note in. All right, so we should be able to like get through at least one chest, and some more quote unquote vegetation, and then that's where we start at the water level. All right, catch up quick here. Let's see, the assignment says, "Hello, equality or equality. Equality says, "BS Simon, hello there." Equality, I'll hang out with y'all a while. While I study, I can't study in silent, and watching Torn makes studying interesting enough for me to actually learn. Hey, I understand how that goes. That's one of those ADHD things where you have something to focus against and you can learn stuff better. Ian has also said that he occasionally likes listening to me while he works on Factums. Equality says, anyhow, I'll be lurking. I am going to be ending the stream really quick because I have a bunch of other stuff I've got to get done in the next 6 weeks. And if I don't get started on it, I won't get them done in time. And I now have the mental time pressure that forces me to do stuff. So I should take advantage of it. And Gwen says, speaking of migraines, I had an ocular one start in my right eye yesterday. Today it seems to be trying to start in my left eye. Yeah, I've been getting more visuals as well. Had one today where it's like my vision almost went white out. It's like, am I getting dizzy or whatever? And nope, I wasn't getting dizzy. It was just kind of like one of those migraine visuals. And Gwen says, Torn 3 local sleep. Thank you for that, Gwen. Let's give you a close-up of how we're looking. All right. Yeah, looks like we're a little out of focus. Sorry about that. But yep, we are getting there. Let me see who's available to redirect you folks to. Customization. Yeah, redirect. All right. Looks like the only thing that's currently available that I can see is live is Valhalla's Goat Cam. So, or Baby Goat Cam. I'll go ahead and set up for that. And Gwen says, that is looking so cool. Thank you for that, Gwen. And Equality says, that's kind of why I suspect I have ADHD, but managing okay. So I'll see if I want to seek formal diagnosis. I have an appointment this Friday for hopefully some medicine management, but I'm a little scared considering that the last thing I was prescribed for ADHD triggered my weakness. And also my narcolepsy med does it too. So I'm a little hesitant about starting anything new until I've been like back to full strength for like a month or more, so that if something does start, I can start up prednisone right away without having to worry about taking it too often. And Equality says, yay, Goat Cam. Tell Valhalla I said hi. If he's actually live on that. I'm not sure how well he monitors it for the Baby Goat Cam, but all right, I'm going to go ahead and head down and start trying to do some CNC programming. It's been wonderful having you folks here. I had a fun time on the doing the build here. And Equality says, yeah, finding the right medication is like dating. Well, yeah, I can definitely understand that. All right, so I think that's pretty much everything for today. I may have a shop stream tomorrow or Thursday. We'll have to see how it goes. Friday, I'm unlikely to be working my day job, so I'm probably going to spend a lot of time in the garage because I should be strong enough to actually work out there safely again. So, and I'll hopefully have a chance to do that UV curing finish that takes 2 minutes to cure. And Gwen says, have a great night, everyone. Thank you much for that reminder, Gwen. And Equality says, thank you, Torn. Thank you, Mods. Thank you, chat. All right, folks. As always, everybody, stay safe and happy braiding.